be this past summer, going on a fishing trip with Dad and 3 friends. P, A, and J. We live in northern Indiana, so we decide to go to Lake Patoka Marina. Dad invites friend he always gets drunk with. Great. JPG. Us cool younglings agree that once we get there, we will explore some woods. Get there around 5. Dad decides not to fish and gets drunk with his friend in a cabin they get for the night. Now we can leave. Dad doesn't mind that we take his truck, just says to come back before midnight. Usually Dad wouldn't let me leave, but was getting drunk, so it's whatever. Drive around random roads, eventually get to road 231. Continue down road until we notice that it stops. It stops, but there's woods all around. Fuck yes. GIF. We decide to drive the truck a little bit into the woods and leave it there. Note that it was about sunset now. We walk into the woods, ignoring that any monster or crackhead hillbillies will try to do anything to us. Walk for like 30 minutes. Definitely dark now. We had 2 flashlights and our phone flashlights, but it was pretty dark even with that. Come to this weird looking cut down tree, decide to smoke a blunt. Before we even roll it, we hear this knocking on trees nearby. Wait to see if it happens again, but it doesn't. Just shake it off. Taylor Swift. P eventually rolls shit blunt and he and J smoke it together. Continue walking and decide that we will continue until we reach Lake Patoka. We keep walking until we hear the knocking again. Get spooked cause we believe someone is following us. Jay yells out to come out. Immediately tell him to stop because we don't want to fuck around with anyone. Only protection he have is A's Glock 17. Keep walking now, aware that there's knocking on the trees more often now. It keeps getting louder. Jay constantly keeps looking back and saying random shit every time there is a knock. After a knock he says, "Bet you won't come out, pussy." We stop after we hear something in the bushes and branches breaking. We literally stand there for like 5 minutes waiting for someone to come out. Could be raccoons or some shit, so we walk slowly. Hear footsteps, then as if there was a dog running around. At this point we are shitting bricks. Continue walking, speed walking that is. We don't want to run in case whatever it is comes out of nowhere and just jumps us. We actually think like normal human beings and stop and decide to go back instead. P freaks his shit saying he doesn't want to go back with that thing back there. Convince him that it's a better shot than staying in the woods. As soon as we are going to go back, we hear this laughter, this weird hyena sounding like laughter. As soon as we hear this, we convince ourselves that it's some asshole fucking with us. A walks with his gun out now, and the laughter just keeps going. How big is this guy's laugh box? It continues and Jay eventually gets pissed and grabs a branch and throws it in the direction it is coming from. Laughing stops. We realize that there is literally no noise in these woods, like no crickets, no birds, nothing. Jay yelled out something like, "Leave us alone, you dick, it's not funny anymore." Like 10 seconds later, we hear this loud ass roar. Like no joke, it sounded like lion roar mixed with a elephant growl. We finally decide to fucking run for it. As we are all running they begin to leave me because I'm a fat shit. Yell at them to wait, but they are scared as fuck and haul ass. So much for gun protection. They actually leave me behind, but what they didn't know was that I had the key to the truck. I stop for a bit to catch my breath and hear something running behind me. It still sounds like a dog running. For some reason I couldn't move, I just stood there as if I basically just accepted that whatever it was going to just kill me. I just stare and see this weird human-like person on all fours running straight at me, pic sort of related. I couldn't move and couldn't speak, this thing was so fucking fast. I get shoved and turn around and it's A. He sees the thing coming and shit bricks and pulls me to run. We run for about 5 minutes straight, literally an idea how my fetus did it, but I did. We just jogged and came across J and P. We are all together now and we didn't hear the thing behind us anymore. Still not taking chances, We speed walk and eventually just jog back. We hear the hyena laughter again, and we sprint like a bitch. P runs back, we all yell at him and then try to catch up to him. We actually had to push him down to stop him, and pick him up and run again. The hyena laughter doesn't stop and it keeps getting louder. We run and run but the damn woods don't seem to end, even though we weren't really in deep woods. The hyena laughter turns into a scream, and we hear the roar again. But this time we even shit a bulldozer out because we heard the roar twice, and the laughter at the same time. Either this thing can make those noises at the same time or there is more than one out there. We eventually get to a tree that was broken down, and when we turned we saw these glowing yellow eyes, like a raccoon or cat's when the light reflects, except we didn't flash our flashlights at it. It's just looking at us. I flash the light at it and we finally see how these things look. It was like a human, really skinny, skin seemed brown and slimy, it had like a small amount of hair on its head and back, and its arms seemed longer than the actual legs. Once again, back to running. Jay yells at A to stop being a pussy and shoot that thing. No need cause we reached the truck. Get in and spend like 2 minutes just looking for the keys. Freak out because I thought that I had dropped it, but found them in my back pocket for some reason. We get in and once the lights turned on, the thing was there standing. It was on its hind legs just standing, the arms just hanging with these ugly long fingers. It stood there sort of twitching. P was telling me to run it over. Fuck that. Put it in reverse and keep going in reverse until we get to the road. The thing was still standing there and we see another one come out. The second one seemed larger, probably about 6 feet tall, and that fucker roared and pulled the other one. I don't have time to turn this damn truck around. The things run straight for us and I push my foot as far the pedal went on reverse. I was going too damn fast in reverse. I almost thought I was going to flip over somehow. The things were on the road running towards us and never have we been so scared in our lives. They eventually stop after about 30 seconds and we reach a little ranch. Finally turn truck around and go 90 until I get to Red Hills Road. Keep going back screaming at each other about what just happened. Tell Dad and he just laughs at it, and says we can go back tomorrow but he was drunk. We stayed up all night just talking about it. We were going to call the police but realized they would get mad at us for going into the woods, plus who is going to believe 4 stooped-ass college students and 2 of them being high. We actually do talk about it all the time and tell other people but no one believes us or care, so we just keep it to ourselves. After that day we never want to go back in the woods ever. Also, I had this nightmare about that thing and it actually spoke to me. It told if I liked its surprise, and it just kept repeating it over and over again.